I grew up being taught that homosexuality is a sin and that anyone who was gay was going to hell. And as a straight male, this context worked. It was easy for me because I didn't have to existentially confront it. And it wasn't until meeting those in the LGBT community that I realized that all of us together, despite what different sexual identities and different sexual orientations that we may have, are all created in God's image and all are part of God's community.
I was called a maricon by one of my uncles, which means faggot in Spanish. And as a child internalizing some of these messages and this harsh treatment, I began to call myself damaged. This message of shame and intrinsic inferiority or inequality really plagues the way that we understand ourselves, who we are in relationships, particularly with our other and God. Hi, my name is Isaac Archuleta.
And my name is Michael Stark.
I think that we make quite a dynamic team. We're starting a nonprofit in Denver, and it's called iAmProject. There's a lot of messaging here that we need to deconstruct. What are the messages? What are the mechanics that we can really hold on to as members of the LGBTQ community that validate our position as God's beloved children?
One of the goals with iAmProject is to create a healing process and a process of spiritual formation that bridges the gap that exists between the church and the LGBT community that should have never existed in the first place, that should never have taken place.
iAmProject is designed to create freedom and liberty from a philosophical, psychological, emotional, and spiritual paradigm that gives freedom and liberty for all people of all types, whether we're cisgender and straight, whether we're bisexual, Hispanic, and genderqueer, whether it's the trans community or the gay community, that we are all created in the likeness and image of God. And this message can explode, it blossoms when we really understand the true character of God.
We invite you to Highlands Church in Denver for the official launch of iAmProject.
I think one of the things that we also want to do is have fun. So we're going to have a free cocktail hour. We'll probably have some live music and an art demonstration. I am so excited about this. As a 12-year-old, I remember being in church and praying with every fiber of my being that if I had to live through the coming out, if I had to live through the pain and anguish of trying to reconcile my conservative background with my sexual orientation, that it would be worth it someday. And I feel like this launch is kind of one of the rewards. This event will be held at the Holiday Theater. It's the home of Highlands Church. It's near the intersection of 32nd and Clay, and we look forward to having you so much. I'm so excited to have you there.
We hope to see you there.
Bye.
That builds spiritual formation for the beautiful, diverse kingdom of God.
What are...
That's okay. I had it.